A family got together to celebrate Christmas in 1944 in Hungary, which was ruled by the Soviet Union. When God was unable to protect her father, the daughter questioned her mother, Erin, why they prayed. The kid realized Erin was lying and disputed it, but she told her that her father was okay and would be back soon. Erin slapped her in frustration. Erin apologized for punching the youngster, who sobbed herself to sleep that night. The young child acknowledged that she was unable to recall her father's appearance. A letter telling Erin that she had been ordered to serve in Soviet work camps was brought by a postman the following morning. According to the letter, they would be shot if they attempted to flee, and another family member would be dispatched if they refused. Erin had no choice but to pack her things and bid her daughter farewell, vowing to be back soon. Erin traveled to the camp with a group of women. A young girl was harassed by a Soviet soldier throughout the journey. Erin went up to inquire her name out of concern, but to her astonishment, the girl was deaf. On a board, the girl wrote Anna. Erin gave her some of her dinner. They eventually reached a train where they were all being loaded. Two males abruptly attempted to flee, but were shot dead by Soviet soldiers. All the women got on the train terrified. Erin treated Anna as though she were her own kid during the trip. They reached the labor camp late at night. One of the women was too ill to move as they were dragged off the train. Erin went up to a Soviet soldier and asked him to take the woman to a hospital. The soldier, furious at her request, pushed her to the ground and was ready to hit her when another woman stepped in and apologized on Erin's behalf. The women were told to take off all of their clothes as soon as they entered. After examining Erin's body, a soldier instructed her to head to the showers. Erin obeyed, trembling from the cold. The women were then given clothing by the soldiers to wear, which they tossed on the ground. After they had taken their seats, a soldier came in and summoned a woman named Eva. Eva interpreted a lecture given by a Soviet officer to the women, who were later assembled outside. The commander said it was time for them to rebuild because they and other Germans had destroyed everything in Hitler's name. The Donetsk mine would be their place of employment. The commander gave them 3 hard rules to follow and threatened to put anyone who didn't comply in a bunker for 3 days without food or drink. Initially, nobody was let to flee. Anyone found attempting to do so would be immediately shot. Second, they would not be given supper until they reached their daily work quota. Ultimately, they would carry on with this work until the conclusion of the war. They wouldn't be permitted to go home till after that. After some time, Erin and the other German women started to labor in the harsh circumstances of the mines. Every woman has a designated tunnel in which to labor. Erin was assigned tunnel number 12, and Anna was given tunnel number 3. Erin pleaded with the in-charge soldier, Fabian, to let her work in tunnel 3 since she couldn't bear to be parted from Anna. Erin begged, vowing to work on her knees, but Fabian insisted it was too little for her. Fabian reluctantly consented. Erin's kneeling while working caused her leg skin to become ripped and raw. Since even the shower water was frozen, the bitterly cold conditions just made their suffering worse. Erin and Anna had to go to bed hungry after being informed that there was nothing left when they went to retrieve their dinner. The next day, Erin noticed a commotion between a guard and a man named Rajman. She asked the guard to save some food for her and Anna, but he demanded intimate favors in return. Erin refused. For 3 days, they continued their routine without receiving any food. Frustrated and exhausted, Erin lashed out at Anna, blaming her for the delay in completing their daily quota because Tunnel 3 was small and slow to work in. Anna told Erin she didn't have to keep doing it for her, and Erin agreed. The next day, Erin worked in a different tunnel and was finally able to get food. Erin took some food from Rajmund, who had grown fond of her, and brought it back to Anna. One day, Erin saw a spoon Rajman had left next to her bed. The other women questioned her where she got it when she used it to eat the following day. Eva, on the other hand, was employed directly by the commanding officer and was always fed well and spared from working in the mines. Erin discovered that Anna had a fever one day when she was working in the mines. Fabian consented when she requested him to take them to the emergency room. But the nurse told them that the only place they could go was the transit area, where the sick were allowed to lie on the ground. Erin brought Anna back to their room and started taking care of her, refusing to leave her there. After looking at Anna's hand, a different woman informed Erin that she had typhus, a flea-borne illness. The military arrived the following morning to assemble everyone for mine work. Erin begged them to allow Anna to remain, stating that she was too ill to work due to typhus. Despite her entreaties, the troops brought them both to the mines by force. Erin went up to Fabian at the mines and told him about Anna's deteriorating health, begging him to help her get medication. "I know a truck driver who might be able to get what they need," Fabian said. He presented Aaron to the driver, who requested a watch in return for the costly medication. Aaron lent him her ring as she didn't have a watch. Despite Fabian's warnings that the driver might be a scammer, Aaron had little choice but to take the chance and give over her ring. One of the guards saw that Aaron and Anna were still in the mines as everyone made their way back to the camp. He accompanied them back, but a severe snowstorm made the trip considerably more challenging, and Anna's condition deteriorated during the trip. As they awaited the medication, Aaron pleaded with the guard to allow them to take 10 minutes to relax. Aaron vowed not to run and to return to camp after resting, despite the guard's warning that they would be shot at sight if they attempted to flee. The guard reluctantly consented and departed from them. A fox unexpectedly materialized in front of them as they sat in the bitterly cold blizzard, fervently hoping for the medication. Aaron hurried back to Anna after spotting the fox approaching and made a valiant attempt to revive her, only to discover that she was unconscious. Aaron started dragging Anna's lifeless corpse over the snow in a panic, attempting to return her to camp, but the fox became hostile and approached slowly. Terrified, Aaron gave up and rushed back to the camp to seek assistance. She told a soldier, gasping for air, that Anna was still out in the storm, but the guards shoved her away and ignored her. Aaron became so enraged and desperate that she lost her temper and started assaulting the soldier. She apparently grabbed a gun in the confusion, but she didn't intend to harm anyone. As she begged them to assist her in reaching Anna, other soldiers noticed the disturbance and swiftly surrounded and disarmed her. Aaron was alone and imprisoned in the bunker when she woke up, not knowing what had happened to Anna. Aaron saw something strange on the floor of the bunker. She started to remove the dirt out of curiosity, which led to the discovery of a secret entrance. She unlocked it and went downstairs. She was shocked to see her kid sitting there with tears in her eyes. Aaron, overcome with emotion, rushed to her and gave her a hard hug. Her husband showed up a few moments later, and the three of them reunited with tears in their eyes and gave each other a relieved hug. But at that moment, the warmth of the sun's beams startled Aaron awake. Everything had been a dream. She was alone in the chilly, dark bunker once more when reality set her. Like Anna, Aaron contracted typhus after spending some time in the camp. Along with the other ill people, she is also denied medical care and is left to perish. However, Rajman begins searching for Aaron after he doesn't see her for a while. He eventually locates her in a room where other ill people had been left behind after a protracted search. After saving her, Rajman brings her back to the hospital, where he buys her treatment by giving the doctor cigarettes. In the hospital, Aaron and Rajman had their first conversation. Aaron asks Rajman why he is taking care of her and expresses gratitude for his attention. Aaron stops Rajman from kissing her after he admits he likes her, claiming she can't betray her husband. Aaron must simply learn to live here and make it her home, Rajman replies, as it is practically impossible to leave the camp. Aaron's doctor informs her a few days later that Hitler has passed away and that everyone can return home. Though she hasn't entirely recovered, Aaron is overjoyed and goes back to her room to pack her belongings. She finds out as she gets ready to go that Soviet President Stalin mandated that all prisoners must continue to work in the labor camp following the death of Adolf Hitler. Aaron is devastated, and her hope is dashed. Aaron informs Rajman that she wants to get out and be with her daughter again when they meet in the mines the following day. She must learn to survive here since there is no way out, Rajman informs her. He explains to Aaron that smokes can be used as bribes to get things done as he shows her how to create them. Aaron also learns from Rajman that she needs to put herself first in order to thrive here. Aaron gradually gains self-assurance and begins to lead a better life at the camp. Eva contracted scabies after becoming ill one day. Aaron now flatly refuses to assist Eva when she requests for medicine. Eva notices but does not intervene as Aaron continues to spend time with Rajman after Eva departs empty-handed. When an accident happens in the mines one day, Rajman gets hurt. Aaron assists him in the same way that he assisted her previously. She takes care of Rajman after bribing the doctor with cigarettes to get him treated. Aaron discovers she has fallen in love with Rajman during this period. Aaron and Rajman become closer and finally intimate with Eva's assistance. By the time the story picks up 4 years later, they had made the camp their home. Everybody's life are happier. They all take care of the girl that Eva gave birth to. Residents of the camp are abruptly informed that their release is imminent. Eva bursts into tears of excitement, and everyone gets ready to head back home. Aaron and Rajman wish to remain together, but Rajman finds out that his former home in Hungary is now a part of Yugoslavia, therefore he is unable to do so. He will never see Aaron again since he has to relocate to Yugoslavia. Rajmund is informed by a soldier, however, that they must identify themselves as Germans if they wish to remain in Hungary. Aaron has to make a decision right now. Rajmund declares himself German throughout the identity verification process and waits for Aaron to accompany him on the truck to Germany. Rajmund worries that Aaron won't arrive as the truck starts to drive away, but she arrives in time, sprinting in the direction of the truck. But rather than boarding, she sends Rajmund a note and bids him farewell for good. Aaron expresses gratitude to Rajmund in the letter for his profound love. Rajmund gets sad as he reads the letter since he has grown to love her over the years. Aaron is both delighted and sad when she eventually makes it home and sees her folks again. Aaron finds out that her spouse lost his life in the war after returning home. Despite being overcome with emotion, she keeps her word to her daughter from years ago and goes back to her. Aaron is ecstatic to see her daughter.